Welcome back to another episode of Story Behind the Story. John Walker here, joined by Sarah today. Sarah wrote an article over one lifelong dream of another girl and her adventure throughout conquering this, and kind of her best friend, lifelong friend throughout the way. So I will just let you hop straight into this, Sarah. Kind of tell me a brief overview of your article and what it was mainly about.
So the article it just depicts a little bit about Aubrey's life, she's a marine biologist here at Northwest, and she had this great opportunity to go over to Florida and work with Clearwater Marine Aquarium, and there she was able to rehabilitate lots of sea turtles, 10 in particular that she met with about every day, and it's just her life and how she got to that point with her knowledge and her passion for animals in general and the ocean as well.
And then you obviously talked to her extensively throughout the interviewing process and writing this story. What do you think the most interesting part about her whole story is?
I would say the most interesting part was the fact that as I was talking to her, she just I would ask her one question and then she would talk for 10 to 15 minutes, and so it was a very long interview I had to go through, and she just loved talking about sea turtles. She told me at the end, she's like, I could talk forever about just helping animals and her marine biology. So I really loved seeing her passion, and you could definitely tell that she was very, very knowledgeable about everything that she talked about, and she wanted to make sure everything was correct, and she would be like, oh, well, wait, let me fact check that real fast. And I'd be like, okay, yeah, go ahead, because I want to make sure that everything I give is also very accurate.
Which helps out a lot. You mentioned how passionate she was about the topic as a whole. Another thing she's passionate about is her lifelong friend, Noelle.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of tell me about their relationship a little bit.
Yeah, well, so they've been friends for about eight years, and which is a really long time if you think about it. She said actually that she didn't know, Noelle didn't believe that she would be best friends with her. When she first met her, she was very intimidated by her. She was just so knowledgeable. Whenever she asked for help in class, she was just immediately she'd be like, okay, let me think about this. This would be Aubrey saying this, and then she would get back to her and be like, yeah, so this is exactly what, this is exactly what I wanted to tell you, I just had to think about it. So it was it wasn't rocky at the beginning, but it was definitely interesting how they developed, and then she went to meet her in December at her internship, which just showed and proved how much she really enjoyed Aubrey as a friend, and you can tell that they just have a great bond with each other.
And then if you were a marine biologist and you were in Aubrey's footsteps, what do you think your favorite animal would be?
My favorite animal? Definitely jellyfish. I love jellyfish.
A jellyfish?
Yeah.
Okay. That's going to wrap it up for this episode of Story Behind the Story. Make sure to check out the next episode, and thanks for tuning in to the YouTube exclusive on KNWT Channel 8.